Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we are going to be talking about Redo of Healer. No, we're not. I'm kidding. I'm going to keep putting that joke in every video until I get bored of it. We're talking about The Promised Neverland Season 2, Episode 9. And we start off this episode with Norman. And that's it. That's the whole episode. It's just Norman standing there, debating whether or not he wants to kill the blind demon. Nothing else happens. So Emmett and Ray show up, and she's like, "Look, Norman, I understand. You don't have to do this. You don't have to kill these people right now." And he's like, "Yes, I do. I have a limited time." And he actually confirms the fact that he did take pills at the Labna experimental place, and that he's been getting seizures, and that he has a limited time to live as well, and he doesn't know, when he is going to live or die, unfortunately. So that's why he was trying to suppress all of emotions, take the burden for everything, because he was under the impression that he was going to die soon. And when you are under the impression you're going to die soon, you probably do crazy things, because there's not a lot of time left. You got to get certain things accomplished in your lifetime, and you want to try to set up a world that is better for the next generation, or the current generation, for Emma and Ray, etc. But Emma goes, they talk it out, and we learn that, Norman doesn't really want to kill everybody either, but because of the situation he's in, there you go. Sonju and Muzika end up coming to the rescue. Sonju actually cuts off his arm and feeds it to one of the lesser demons or unsmartened demons, and then it turns into a human. And then he regenerates his arm in like half of a second. So demons have very good regenerative properties, minus if you shoot them in the eye. Apparently shooting them in the eye kills them, as we have learned in previous episodes. After all of that happens, Muzika, kind of gives her blood to everybody in the town. And then we kind of learn about the blind demon's history, and the fact that, 700 years ago, she gave him her blood, but he was terrified to give it to any of the villagers, because he knows that the higher-ups, actively seek out people that have the blood and kill them. They don't want them to have the blood, because they have the blood, the human control population goes down, because they don't actually need human control, and they don't need to control them anymore with humans, because they won't ever actually revert back to other regular demons. And that kind of makes sense, because they want to stay in power. People that are in power are terrified to lose it. So now this entire city has a giant arrow on its back, because yes, theoretically, Sonju and Muzika did a good thing by transforming all of these demons back into people, and they're never going to revert again, no matter if Norman decides to blow off another bomb, which I don't think he's ever going to do again. And no matter if he gets stabbed or whatever else or what have you, they're permanently going to be smart demons, the entire town. They are no longer going to need human consumption, and that is going to be a problem later on. I'm sure we're going to see maybe demons killing other demons, most likely the higher-ups sending people to go kill them. Either that, or Sonja and Mujiko are going to try to hide all of them and maybe revolt against the government. I could see that happening as well. Meanwhile, Sislo and all of the other, Lambda kids are out there killing a bunch of demons. Then we get to a kid, holding on to like her baby brother or something, and she's debating whether or not to kill them, and she's looking at them. They're crying, fearing for their life, because they are living creatures, and she finally gets to the point where she can no longer kill them. Is it Velda? I think her name is, if I'm remembering correctly. Probably not. I'm rendering a video, and my internet refuses to load right now, so I'm having technical difficulties, so I apologize if I mess up a couple of the names. For this particular review, I usually have a character sheet in front of me to refresh my noggin. So after all of that happens, the blind demon and his daughter Emma kind of walk away, and they all kind of just generally decide, besides Vincent, who is very much so against it, that they are just not going to kill demons anymore, and that they are going to move on, try to find a key to the regular human world, and just leave. Collect everybody and leave. We learned that the blind demon actually meant somebody 700 years ago with part of the pen. So William Revere is long dead. We didn't realize that he was actually dead, but he is like 700 plus years dead. He actually found a child in the forest that was bleeding out, and he had this in his hand, basically trying to hold on to life as long as he could, and he actually gave the tip of the pen, to the demon in order to pass on to future kids, future generations, to hopefully they're free, even though it sounds like there hasn't been a free generation in 700 years, to our knowledge anyway. And then he ended up eating him with his family because he kind of had to. It was one of those situations where it was like, I don't know if it was right to eat this human, but at the same time, it made my family whole again. It stopped them from deteriorating. At the time, I feel like I did the right thing, but I realized that, you are living, breathing, intelligent creatures. And since we have this bad blood, it probably was wrong of me to eat a human. It probably still was wrong to eat several humans in that 700-year span. But it's kind of crazy that it was 700 years and these friggin' pens still work. We had that crazy technology 700 years ago trying to free the kids, and now some of them have it. And now they know a way to get out of there. We know a way to stop all of the seizures for everybody because they found a medical lab, and we have wiring diagrams and just a diagram of everything, all demon everything, so we know where everything is. We know where the gates to get over to the human world are. We know where to get medicine, know how to shut down all of their electronics and systems, and can just kind of navigate wherever they want to now, which is delightful because we only have 2 episodes left this season to my knowledge, and who knows when we're getting to season 3. And I wouldn't even know how this is going to end either this particular season, but I've been enjoying it the entire time. Whether you like the anime exclusiveness to it, if you read the manga or not. I have not read the manga, and I haven't found any really major faults with the anime so far. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. So moving on from that point, we get to see kind of some of the demon overlords in the Lambda situation, and the head guy from Lambda, Father, and he assures the demons that he can get everybody back. He can get all of them back. And the plan is to say that they are going to take all of the Gracefield kids and ship them out because he now has the ability to experiment on kids, develop their brains fully, make them super intelligent and super useful super quickly, no matter how much pain the humans are actually in, and be able to feed those demons. They no longer have to do actual fields anymore, but the demons do want us to have a couple of fields of just regular people for the commoners. That's what they call it, the common demons. So you still got the hierarchy there, whether it's the human world or the demon world, which is a little messed up, but is what it is, because I feel like it's eventually there's going to be demons teaming up with humans to kill the hierarchy. It would make sense, in my opinion. It would make sense for that to happen, and everybody to get back to kind of ground level on normal, and nobody's eating anybody anymore, hopefully. At least that's what we plan to get back. And Vincent decides to relay this plan to them. He's the older bald guy, and he is like, hey, guess what? I have some information for you. I want to tell you some information. I want to make a deal, which is really messed up. We also get to see Mother, who has now been promoted to grandmother. And this was the plan is basically ship all the kids to Gracefield out because they know that the old kids from Gracefield that escape are all going to come back trying to save them, and they are going to be ready. But maybe they'll have an army by then. Maybe they'll have an army of demons helping them, because they're thankful that they no longer have to eat human flesh to maintain their homeostasis. That would make sense. That would make beautiful, perfect sense, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen that way. We'll just have to sit back, wait, and find out for next episode. What I think is going to happen next episode is we're going to get Gracefield. We're going to have some sort of epic battle between the escapees and the demons, but now they know where they're going, so who knows? We might kill grandmother, Isabella. I think it is a possibility that she may die in the next episode or 2. I think it's also a possibility that she may turn on the demons. And same with Father, possibly. He may turn on the demons if he realizes there's a slight amount of hope of getting out of there, which would make sense. But who knows? And the interesting thing, too, was because I think Norman contributed to, getting the perfect brain for other kids, just basically taking Norman's cells, impregnating them into other kids, and then making the perfect Einstein brain as Norman is. And I think Norman contributed to that as well, which is why they actually gave him all the drugs to experiment on him, to get him and analyze him, so they could kind of copy his genetic code, at least from a mental standpoint. I think that's what's going to happen there. So look forward to crazy demon killing fighting next episode. That's probably going to happen. We'll give this one, we'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'm feeling generous today. Yeah, it's probably more of a 7 out of 10, let's be honest. Decent episode, not fantastic. Got to see kind of humans and demons actually being able to cooperate in a certain situation. The blind demon kind of knew this was coming anyway, and he was kind of selfish, but at the same time he was trying to protect his family. So you understand they're trying to bring a human aspect to demons as well, so that way we, the viewer, do not hate them as much, even though a lot of people do. I've actually seen the comments in Reddit saying I don't understand this, and I think it just comes down to different mindset. It's either me or them. It doesn't always have to be me or them. Sometimes there is a middle ground, which hopefully we can find, and hopefully we will find. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.